Hey there Irishman, this is Sean of Nintendo here, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate video. You guys may remember quite a while back, it was probably about a month ago, where I made a video taking the Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate demo and breaking it down, explaining all the little bits and pieces that the demo didn't really explain about the actual game itself, you know. It wasn't really a great demo, it didn't really do a good job at introducing players to this game. Which this game is really a lot of fun, especially if you have other people to play it with. So in today's video, I'm actually going to bring you guys into the actual game and show you what the actual game has to offer, kind of at the beginning and also later in the game with my more leveled character. So let's give it a go. Now granted, it's been well over maybe 2 to 3 months since I actually picked up this game, aside from the time when I had played the demo. So I'm just going to skip past this cutscene. You guys have seen the cutscene before in that video where I had showed my character's progress. So you guys do know that I had played as a female character, but I also have 2 other characters here that I was messing around with at one point, for the sake of, you know, trying out different weapons and just demonstrating different things. So, I guess the best place for me to start is I'm actually going to go into my highest level character right now, because this way I can show you guys around the place, everything that you get to see once everything is unlocked, and then I'll dip into some of the lower level characters, and you might see some, you know, things that haven't been unlocked and kind of how to unlock them. So we'll go into this one first. Okay, so already right from the beginning, you guys can see we're in like a completely different like area to one they show you in the demo. This is the main port. I can't even remember the name of this place. It's been that long since I played this. But you might remember these little 2 fellas right here. This is Cha-Cha and this is Kayamba. These 2 things are called Shakalakas. When you go through the game doing various hunting various monsters, just after a certain amount of time or a certain amount of quests that you do, you're just going to unlock these guys. So they're really handy. Let me actually talk to them. It's probably the best way to see it. And I really hate that the text boxes in this game is like at the bottom left, but that's the one thing you kind of gotta get over. So what Cha-Cha can do, or Kayamba even, is when you're out on the field and you're hunting a monster, they'll pick up a certain amount of items. Like right now, we picked up a nullberry, and that'll just be sent to your item box, which is actually probably the first thing I can show you in this. You go over here and you press A, it'll bring you into your little like house here. We have all the various masks that you can place on Kayamba and Cha-Cha. Each of them which do like different things. The one I have on him right now is the Nullberry mask, which kind of, if you have the gamepad with you and you have Kayamba with you with the Nullberry mask, you can call Kayamba and he will get rid of any kind of effect on you that a Nullberry would normally get rid of. But it's also just kind of handy to have Nullberries with you in case Kayamba dies, and he will die. So if you come over and press A, you're given a couple of sets of things to do here. You got your store items, remove items. You can combine and manage. You can manage your equipment, change your appearance, and equip various sets. So let's say we'll just go into remove item here. And there's 2 different things here: item box and gunner's pouch. Since we're not using a gun with this character or any kind of projectile, like, you know, the bow, the light bow gun and the heavy bow gun, we don't need to worry about the gunner's pouch. So you come in here and you're great with a lot of stuff. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to be given all this stuff right from the beginning. This is just a gigantic collection of various items that I have. And if you press X, it'll actually sort them for you. So it'll sort like your potions and your mega potions and all your various items here that you're going to collect throughout the course of the game itself. So it's kind of a bit tedious and time consuming for me to explain each and every single one of these. The ones I will explain though are the ones I have in my actual item pouch right now. But this is just giving you an idea of kind of how clustered this will get eventually. And as you fight various monsters, you're going to, you know, carve various things from them, and you're probably going to be holding on to most of them in case there's a specific item you want to craft or a specific weapon you want to craft. Which is actually the next thing I'm going to show you guys now. In this game, when you're getting your weapons, you don't just pick up one weapon and just, move on from that one. You have to craft your weapons, or you have to upgrade the ones that you have. By this guy right here. So you go into him and you have weapon craft, armor craft, and decorations. So we're going to weapon craft here, and the two options you have to forge and upgrade. So if you go into forge weapons, they'll give you the list of the various weapons that I showed in the demo, such as the greatsword, longsword, sword and shield, all that good stuff. So the main weapon I always use is the switch axe myself. So you go over here to the switch axe, and it'll bring you up with a various list of different weapons you can craft. And now, if they're highlighted in white, that means yes, you have all the materials listed to the left there. It'll show you how many of them you have out of it. Now the one little gripe I have with this is that you could, let's say, have to the left there where it says 0 with the Barot shell. It says 0 there and it says 10 out of 3. The 10 out of 3 there is indicating to the 10 that we have in our item storage. The 0 indicates how many we have on us right now that we're carrying with us. And they don't add together. So there's been a couple of situations where I had like 1 in my item box and I had 2 with me, yet it still said I had enough. And it gets a little bit confusing that way. So you can craft any kind of item you want. I've pretty much crafted mostly all of these. So at the point now, I'm just looking to upgrade the weapons I have right now. So yeah, this is also your... I failed to show this earlier, but if you go into your equipment management, you can look at all the various weapons you have. You can see I've got quite a lot, but I don't use all of these. A lot of these are just weapons that I would pick up from, let's say, the end of a quest or something like that, or ones I've just crafted because I thought I might need at some point. Most of them have been acquired from this thing you can mine. I'm failing to remember the name of it. Usually when you go on like a mining quest, you can pick up these things and you appraise them and they become weapons. I'm forgetting the names of them. I'm pretty sure if my friend Adam is watching this, he'll probably know the name of it. He'll put it in the comment section below there if you would. But specific quests you can go on where you can get these items that will be appraised and become weapons that you can upgrade as you want. So right now, just over here in like the tent equipment box slot here is where I keep all my specific items. So I've got a couple of like different equipments, a set of equipments and a weapon associated with that specific one. So this one right here is called the Agnactor set. It says Agnactor Helm X, Agnactor Van Braces X, and then I have the Motor Buster, which is a fire weapon. So this is my fire set. The one here is my slime set, which is one I'll show you in a minute, and the one I'm currently wearing right now is my water set. I have a couple more axes over here which do different things like ice, dragon, lightning, and poison, and there are various equipment sets you can get which will benefit those particular kinds of weapons. So you can get ones which have increased poison, which will increase the chance of a monster getting poisoned, increase the chance of like a lightning effect being on them, increase the power of dragon, increase the effect of ice, all that kind of stuff. So the one I have right now increases the water damage I do, and I have a water weapon, which actually can be upgraded, but I don't think I currently have. No, I don't. You can see over to the left there's a thing I need called an Earth Dragon Gem, and I need 3 Black Diablo Ridges, so, that's not going to happen, but boy, it's one hell of an upgrade, which is one I would want at some point. If you press X here, I'll show you what the weapons look like. So, one thing I'm going to show you now, and I'm actually going to go back into my house to do this, is equipment changing. So if you go down here, you can manage your equipment. You can go to equip, and you can equip, let's say, a specific weapon. I can equip this axe here. I can just equip... No, hang on, I don't want to equip that. I can equip this. I can equip this axe, And that's nice and all, but the thing you really want to do is equipment sets. So you can equip a set, and you can... whenever you have a specific set of armor equipped, you go into the equipment sets, and you set it to a specific one. So this way, let's say if I want to change to my Agnactor one, I equip this set here, and it just automatically changes me to the one that I want, which is really nice. And I can go to equipment sets again and equip the Brachydios one, which is the one I actually showed in that the Mr. Bullfango one. You guys might remember that video. And then I have obviously my Celine one, and the one there at the very end is the one I actually have for my leather set, because when gathering items, if you wear the leather set, you actually gather more and gather faster, because every single set of armor you have has specific abilities with them. So let me see if I can show this off. I go to equipment here, and I go to the Celine one here, and I think if I go over to the right, this doesn't need to be showing that. Hang on a second, let me just find this. Nope, hang on, I think I probably have to go into the item itself, don't I? Manage equipment, equip, go over here to... No, I don't need to equip it actually. I need to... change appearance? No. I don't need to reorder. There's a way where you... Actually, hang on, the best way to do is actually to go back to... go back up to the back video. I know I'm a bit disorganized in this, but granted that I haven't played this game in a while. Okay. Go to this guy here, and we're going to go to Armor Craft, Forge Armor, and we'll just go to Head, for the sake of it. So let's just take the Brachydios helm here. You also notice that in this, there's the Brachydios Helm X, and there's also the Brachydios Cap X. The main difference you'll see between both of these is armor. Obviously, the helm has a lot more armor, almost twice as much. But there's different attributes associated with them. The helm itself is generally used, if you press R here, it'll say Hunter type Blade and Gunner. And you see they're both for Blade and Gunner, but usually the cap, the second one down, is generally used for the Gunner. So if you're going to be going with the bow, the light bow gun, or the heavy bow gun, you're going to want to go for the caps. While if you're using the sword and shield, axes, hammers, any kind of close-up melee weapon, you want to be using the helms. And similar thing goes for, like, you know, the chest and stuff. Whatever is the one at the top is the best way to remember it, or the one with the most defense is another way of remembering it. So if you press R twice here, and you press Y. There we go. Okay, so if you go into Y, it'll show you various abilities you can gain from this, such as HD earplugs and the earplugs. So every time you equip a set down here, you can kind of like, how can the best way to explain this? Where the helmet is at the top there, if you come down and then across, it says the helmet gives you +2 spirit. And every set that you equip will give you plus in a specific thing. So you can get, the next thing will probably like give you no spirit, but maybe give you +4 potential and stuff like that. And usually when you reach 10 of anything, it'll give you the ability. But if you're like one below it, it'll cancel out that ability. So let's say, for example, over there to the left, you see it says Worry Wart. Now I don't know what that ability does because I've never had to use it before myself. But usually you can get gems which will actually help you get rid of these negative abilities. So you could, for example, get a gem that has even just +1, whatever the opposite of Worry Wart is, which with potential, yeah. You want to get a +1 potential gem, and even with just +1, it'll make that Worry Wart -9 instead. But even though it's -9, it'll actually get rid of that negative ability. It kind of works, it's weird like that, but anytime you're trying to get any kind of new ability, like extra hearing or extra attack, extra fire attack, and anything like that, it always goes up in 10s first and then 5 for the next one up. So another example would be if you had that +1 adrenaline, if you had +10 activated on skill points to get that adrenaline, even if you lost 1 skill point from that, it would get rid of the ability completely. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we already have that helmet, and that's pretty much how that works. So, what else can I show off? Oh yes, the farm. The farm. Okay, this is important. Along the lines in the game, you're going to come over here, and you're going to unlock a farm. This can be used to get a lot of... What's the best way to explain it? To farm, basically. Bugs, you can use it to farm mushrooms, you can use it to farm... what else is there over here? Herbs and stuff like that. So if you go over and talk to this guy, you'll see you can cultivate or you can check the crops. So if we check the crops right here, I go to send to item box, they've been farming mite seeds for me. So I can just take these mite seeds here and they're automatically sent to my item box. And now I can go to cultivate, and you can see the two guys here, they're already farming. So they're doing their job, but this guy isn't doing anything. So we can go to cultivate here, and we can select an item we want to cultivate. So let's say, for example, I want more honey. I don't have enough honey, only 144, and that's like nothing. I want more honey, and you can enrich this honey to make the outcome of it greater. So normally if you didn't enrich it, you would get, let's say, like 2 honey every single cycle or something like that. But if you enrich it, you have a chance to get more. Now the thing is, I don't have any fertilizer, so there's no chance of me doing that. However, if I was to do something, let's say Dragon Toadstool, and then I go to enrich, I don't have anything for that either, right? Let's see. Let's try an excite shroom. I don't have any shroom germs either. Okay, I'm not getting a good example of this here. Do I have anything for herbs? Aha, here we go. So if I was to do a herb, this is probably the better example here. There's dung, supersized dung, and then fertile mud. Usually, depending on the rarity, would dictate exactly how powerful or effective which one of these are. So usually I just go for the fertile mud, and then you can put it for a specific amount of cycles. So underneath that cycles, you can see resource cost. Up the top right there, you can see my resource points. So currently I have, 3,444. And so the more cycles I go for, which the total is 10 right now, which is only going to cost me 50 resource points. So I can just click OK, yes, and he's farming away now. I come back at any time, and he's made more herbs for me. Now you're probably wondering, why would I want to make these herbs? Why do I need these blue mushrooms? Why do I need these, anything these guys are going to farm? Well, that's the next thing I get to show you guys. I just wanted to show you off the farm first because it's relevant throughout the game at some point. In fact, I still haven't showed off my item pouch. This is my item pouch. Anything stored inside this thing is what's going to be taken on you when you go on your quest. So I'll dip into that more in a second. Okay, so we come back to our item box here, and you can go down to combine and manage. So you can combine box items, and anything that's highlighted here is obviously something that can be combined with something else. So we can go over here to the right, and you can see herbs. If you press on herbs, they can be combined. They can be combined with blue mushrooms. So we can click on blue mushrooms, and you can see over to the left there, it tells us what they combine to make. Now, it's not always going to tell you. I'm pretty sure these can these be combined with anything else? Doesn't even look like it. Oh yes, here we go. They can be combined with huskberry, which will, give me something else. Now the thing is, when you first combine these things, they're not going to tell you what they will make. You have to experiment around, taking a fire herb and a night shroom, and that'll give you gunpowder. You can get some honey with a night shroom, and that'll give you an energy drink. You get a blue mushroom with an antidote herb, and it'll give you an antidote. These are a lot of combinations you're just gonna, over time, become accustomed to. Like the herb blue mushroom, everyone knows makes a potion, and then everyone knows that a potion plus honey will give you a mega potion. Shows right there. Now underneath it, it shows the success rate. That won't always be 100%. The only reason is for me is because I have these things here, the Book of Combos. Throughout the game, once you get enough money, you'll be able to purchase these books. And when I first got them, you'd probably think that they, give you combos, but it's more so that it increases the success rate of a combo. So normal combos, like when you're making potions, they're just automatically 100%. But they won't be for certain combos, which I don't know which ones are or are not. But just keep an eye on the success rate, because there's a chance where you'll combine things and you'll just get trash. And that's, valuable resources gone there. Okay, so I'm trying to think, is there anything else left for me to show off? I'm going to be making another one of these videos. And in that video, I'm going to be showing you guys an actual hunt in the game. Actually, over here, here's one thing I'm going to show you. This is the cook. And you come here to get a meal, so you can pay for a meal. And I guess the best way to describe this is you combine two individual foods, and each of them are going to have like a different rating, or they're going to be fresh. the general combination I do is meat and... wait, should I say it again? I think it was meat and a vegetable, was it? Yes, meat and a vegetable. So if you do meat and vegetable, over there to the right you can see there's a fixed skill and then there's a daily skill. These skills are really, really important for when you're going out and hunting monsters. If you're going to be fighting a monster that has a thunder ability, you know, you want to have Thunder Caller, which will give you extra immunity to that. Or else you can go over to the stew here, you can get Icebreaker, you can get Fire Starter, and you can get Water Bearer. So, depending on like which one you want, boost water resistance, boost fire resistance, boost ice resistance, and boost thunder resistance. And then you'll get all these other daily skills like Fighter, increases damage inflicted by the Shadow Box gesture. Now, there's a couple of things here. Once you play the game for a while, you'll just understand these small things. Like, the best one for me to get right now, would depend on which monster I'm fighting. So, let's say I'm fighting a fire monster that has a chance to put me to sleep. Obviously, I want to get the Feline Fire Starter, because that'll boost my fire resistance, and Insomniac here, which will prevent you from falling asleep during a quest. So, you know, it's pretty handy. Certain enemies and monsters can put you to sleep. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure the only one that can is the Baggy. So, a Sharpshooter, that's just, you know, if you're going to be using a gun. Oracle displays large monsters on the map at the start of a quest for a limited amount of time. That's really handy if you're having trouble finding the monster, you know, you don't want to spend too much time searching for them. You'll do that one. Now, over to the left, you can see it's showing the 2 ingredients that you chose. And it's also showing you these other effects. You can get like large attack and plus 50 health. That won't start like that. As you go through the game and you do more Canteen quests, it'll make your Canteen better and you'll get better outcomes from that. So that's just, you know, your own personal progression through the game will cause that to happen. And usually when you pick fresh ingredients, it's usually the best thing to do, because it increases the chance of you actually getting these feline skills. So if I didn't choose a fresh one, there's a chance that even though the feline skills are there, they may not actually give them to me. So it's something to keep in mind. And then the last thing for me to show you guys is her. This is the Guild Sweetheart, who will be the person who will be giving you your quests. So you can see I haven't even done all of them yet, because I spend most of my time on the online port, because that's where you actually have to go to increase your hunter rank. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, this person over here will sell you some general goods. Not you. This person over here will sell you some general goods like herbs, potions. So if you're a little bit low on resources that you've gathered yourself, you can just go over to her and stockpile them yourself. And then down here, oh, that's the wrong way. Over here is the Dockmaster. And this is the person who you'll talk to when you want to go to the online port, which is what I will show you in the next time I make one of these video guys. I'm going to try to actually get someone to come along with me. I know a few of my friends who still kind of play this game, and it's the best experience for me to actually show you guys some of the online monster fights. They're the same as the other ones, you know, the same thing happens, it's just you're fighting it with an extra person. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, I covered my item pouch with all my items. You only can carry a limited amount of things in here. I showed the dock itself, I showed your item storage, I showed item foraging and item upgrading. The only thing I haven't showed is the outside world yet. And you can buy fish from... Well, you can't buy fish from this person. You can tell this person to dispatch various ships to go get you different kind of fishes and resources and stuff like that. I haven't used this very often, and I really should. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. So, I mean, I hope it helped for anyone still out there who's, you know, questioning buying this game or, you know, questioning playing this game in the first place. For sure the next video will actually show a monster fight and the complexity behind them and the planning that actually goes into them before you fight them. So yes, thanks for watching this video guys. If you did like it, you know, leave it a like. Anything particular you liked, discuss in the comments away. And feel free to subscribe if you are new to my channel. I don't make videos like this very often, but if you guys like them, by all means, I'll make more of these. I have been meaning to make more Monster Hunter videos, but I just haven't known how to go about it, really. It's a really big game and a really, really long game. But yes, thanks for watching this, guys. and I will see you in the next one. So, bye-bye for now.